Hi everybody. Welcome to Conversations with Nia. I'm your host, Nia Blackamuzi, and I'm super excited because I have the diverse boss with me. Woo! Oh my God, these ladies are fire. So we have Uche in the house. We have Jen in the house. We have Myra with me, you guys. So ladies, you want to take it away, introduce yourselves?
Sure. So my name is Myra, and I run a blog called A Daily Dose, and I am 1/3 of the Diverse Boss.
I'm Jen. I own the Princess of Wall Street, a trading company, and I am 1/3 of the Diverse Boss.
My name is Uche. I own a clothing line called Uche Exclusive, and I'm also 1/3. I completed diverse.
I was gonna say, like, is she gonna say I'm 1/3? Like, what?
That's why she wanted to go last.
It's okay. We'll let her live.
We'll let her have that.
Oh my God, ladies, I am so excited to have you guys. You guys are just like a breath of fresh air. Little backstory. So you guys came on my show on a different network last year, and we got to talk about like being married and being single, which is better. And you guys just like took it to a different level. It was just so good. And I'm like, you know what? You guys never disappoint.
I know. We start conversations, but I guess, that's what makes us us.
Diverse.
Amazing. So today I'm excited. We're going to talk about a kind of controversial topic, you guys. The title of today's session is, are we glorifying side chicks and cheating? Are we in a society that now accepts it? Like, what's going on? And who best to dissect it if not you guys? You guys are very outspoken. You're bold. You're powerful. Look at Uche. Uche's like, okay.
Uche was so scared before we got on. She was like, I'm going to be attacked again. I'm like, no, you say what you got to say.
It came from me, so that's not going to stop me from being me.
You guys are just so amazing. All right, so let me just throw the first question out, you guys. And the topic, are we in a society right now that accepts and glorifies side chicks and cheating? What do you guys think? Take it away, anyone.
I'm going to go.
Okay.
Okay, Jen's just opinion just always different. Because I've been thinking on this since you gave it to me. And I don't know if we glorify it or if we like the drama that comes from it.
Okay.
Train wreck, we just like to see it happen.
Yeah.
So do we glorify the drama that comes with it? Trying to support the woman or the man that was cheated on, bashing the woman that was cheating or the man that was cheating and the person they were cheating with. Because we love the drama of the aspect, but I don't know if we glorify cheating or side chicks. I think we like the drama that we can engage in after it happens.
Okay. Myra, what do you think about that? Do you agree with Jen, or would you say we just like live in a society that glorifies and accepts it?
I'm torn. So I can see how it's glorified now. I think we live in a society of, like quick satisfaction.
Okay.
Because doing that brings us that quick satisfaction, I think it's being more common. And now we're more open online, especially with the pandemic going on. We're all home. We're not going out places. Everything we do is online. So everything is being shown more online. So maybe it's always been an issue, but because we're now more open to it, everything's being recorded, it's like it's being brought more to light, and therefore, it can seem like we're glorifying it. I personally, with what Jen said about how we're always blaming the woman in the situation, like let's say it's a woman and a man situation.
Okay.
The woman is married, the woman is single. Why do we always go after the woman? What if the man is the one that's feeding her all the lies and making her believe all these things and she had no idea? You see, it's like it's one of those situations, like you really have to be in it to know exactly how things go and how you feel. It's just so hard to voice your opinion based on somebody else's situation.
Exactly.
But with Jen, we like to be we like to be nosy. The shade room is like number one on my Instagram.
Okay, so I want to hear what Uche says, and I want to kind of touch on what you said, Myra. Uche, so what do you think about this topic? Do you think we're accepting it now as a society? We're very okay with it, or would you agree with Myra that maybe not so much, or with Jen saying that we accept and we like the drama that comes with it?
I wouldn't say we glorify it, but I say it has gotten to a point where we now accept it, like whatever. It is what it is. People do it, especially when a celebrity does it. And they're like, oh, after all, this person does it, so it's okay to do it. When you see reality shows, a lot of people make money from it. So they're like, you know what? If I have to do this to get paid this amount of money, then I'll do it. I don't care. So the society is beginning to accept it somehow.
Okay.
Because people they look up to, people that are being celebrated, do it. And then they're like, okay, if she does it, then that means it's okay. Or even the reality show, because what you see is what your heart feeds on. Your heart feeds on what you see. So when you turn on the reality shows, it's mostly the side chicks and all that stuff, and they blame the woman. They're like, there's a reason why the man cheated. They will never say, it's wrong. They'll always say there's a reason why the man cheated. Maybe the woman did this, and they also want to people want to take the side of the woman. People want to blame the woman. So we just kind of accept it because it's kind of the norm for some people.
Okay. I want to take a little bit of what you're saying, Uche, and add that to what Myra said. So Myra, you said that maybe it's been happening before and we're just not being exposed to it, but now we are now exposed to it. But, I have to kind of disagree. And I want you to, counter what I'm saying, because I feel like now it feels like with social media, people get inspired by what they see. Like, for instance, now, when we started Instagram, not everyone had a certain aesthetic or was very focused on having a very beautiful profile. But then one person started making really good aesthetics. And because of that, many people were like, wow, she's getting followers because of her aesthetic. Let me try and do what she's doing. So I feel like the same applies with side chicks and cheating. Right now, it's like, oh my God, we see it out there. Oh, this girl's a side chick. She's a baller. She's making money, blah, blah, blah. She's on a flight to with football players and whatnot. And so because of that, it's like, oh, okay, she can do it. I can do it. And I would also say maybe some women feel like they've been hurt in the past. So this is their way of taking their power back and being empowered, right? And say, you know what? I was hurt in the past. I was cheated on, or I was a side chick without even knowing. I'm going to take my power back and lash out on all the men. What do you think, Myra? That's how I see this.
Yes, I can see your perspective of it. Because we are with the Will and Jada situation. This was a that everyone looked up to. Everyone wanted that Will and Jada love. Isn't that what J. Cole said? That they wanted that Will and Jada love. And now it's like she came out with a whole entanglement. And it's like after she came out, everybody started oh, well, I'm going to own it. I'm going to own that I was a side chick. Or I'm going to own that I cheated. I'm going to own all of this. So, yeah, I can definitely see what you buy social media and having a large part of it. Definitely.
Okay. What about you, Jen? Because are you still going to stick with it's the drama part of it, or would you agree with what I'm saying?
I still stick my opinion.
Okay.
And why? Because cheating is nothing new. Side chicks is nothing new. Before you were born, before I was born, before your parents were born, Jesus times, side chick is nothing new. Side men is nothing new. Cheating is nothing new. Social media is new. Like cheating, I grew up in the church. Cheating was in the church. You saw it. But one thing is that hid all sins is shame. You don't have to be shamed. Well, you still should be shamed. You should be shamed. But social media and society makes side chicks and side dudes think they shouldn't be shamed. And also, we feed into it because people need a discerning spirit. I never said Will and Jada was my ideal couple because the rumors were always there that they was open. I don't believe in open marriage, and I'm sorry, it's just not for me.
Right.
You always knew if you were into Black culture, you knew about Will and Jada. And if you thought that August wasn't sleeping with Jada, you needed to go to church and get a discerning spirit. Because why are you saying you friends with her son, but you got more pictures with the mom?
Right.
People need a discerning spirit. And also, you have to think about, yes, you need to put these things in the open, but August got a check from this. So that makes everybody else like, okay, I'm gonna confess, but I'm gonna get a coin from my confession.
Yeah. He did make some money from that, right?
Yeah. Like he wanted to confess. I feel like it was heavy on his heart. He going through all his issues. Yes, you should confess. Tell us so we know what we're dealing with when we look at Will and Jada. So we know what we're dealing with when we look at you. However, he put an album out, got a coin. Put a whole series on YouTube out, he got a coin. So that makes the money-hungry people that are very vindictive, that are very hungry for the fame, that do cheat, that is a side or a side woman, they're like, oh, I can get a coin from this. So they take away from the actual people that want to be released from what they're doing. That's why the glorification comes in.
Uche, what do you have to say to that? Are you going to stand with your point?
I honestly wouldn't say it's being glorified because some people still, it's not right. Like, what is not right is not right. And a lot of people still believe it's not right. So I wouldn't say the glorification part of it, but I would say it's being accepted to a point. Like, when you tell somebody that man cheated, I'm not surprised. But it's something that we're supposed to be surprised about. And secondly, because in this context, we're talking about when you're a side chick and you know you're a side chick. I think it's happening because a lot of women I'm talking about the women perspective now. A lot of women do not believe in themselves. You don't need to be a side chick to make money. You can believe in yourself and set out your plan and make money on your own. So lack of self-confidence leads to that as well. And then they're on top of that, being side chick, like trying to be proud and putting it out like, yeah, I did this, I still got paid for it. You feel like you have the confidence? No, you don't. You're just trying to make excuses for what you're doing.
Right. So, like, Jen, I really want to touch on what you said about like the money aspect, right? So, is just to like clarify to make sure that I understand your point. So, you're saying that when people see others making money from this, like from the entanglement, right? What's his name again? August made some coins, like you said. So, you're saying like that's attractive for people to then go and do that line of work.
I'm not saying it's
going. Does that even work? Is it a line of work even? But let's see.
It is a work. It is a work. Yeah.
It's like a line of work, like it's a job. Okay. It's like I want to say like it makes people want to cheat. It makes people want to become side chick or side dude. It makes people it's right because they can't make money from it. It makes people think that, okay, August is still out here. People still booking him. So I can come out with my business. Not mine. I'm not pointing at me. With my business. And society is still going to accept me. We still accept Jay-Z. But one thing people forget, he ain't my man. That's Beyonce man. I don't lay down with that man. I think he's a great rapper. And that's the only thing he is to me. He's not a cousin. He's not a brother. None of that. So I don't have, like, I'm still going to watch Independence Day with Will Smith. He's not my man. I don't care. I'm not laying next to him. But I think society is so consumed with the celebrity culture that we've input ourselves.
Okay, you're there.
Yeah, we input ourselves in their relationship. I don't care what August do. I don't care about Will Smith being hurt. That ain't got nothing to do with me. He allowed that. He's still with Jada. He's not gonna leave her because I'm posting on Instagram like, oh, he should leave Jada because she cheated. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Here's the thing though. People forget these are people. Her, whatever she was going through, whatever August going through, whatever Beyonce went through, whatever Jay-Z, they are people. And you gotta understand if they make money off of these situations, that's a business. But they still going through these things in everyday life. People have to understand, how would you feel if your mate cheated on you? How would you feel if your side dude told your husband that he was your side dude and the whole world knew?
Right.
Like, we have to put ourselves in that situation. I'm still gonna retweet it. I'm just saying. People, real people.
Jen, you're crazy. But I wanna shift it a little bit because I feel like we focus so much now on the celebrity examples, right? And I feel like most people logged on might not even know the background story with like Will Smith and Jada and Entanglement. You guys go research it. I don't want to even spend time just talking about it right now because that was a whole like news like a month ago, right? But I do want to shift more to you guys' opinions about these things. Jen, you said we enjoy the drama. I really want to focus on that. Why do we enjoy the drama? And when you say we enjoy the drama, it means that we enjoy the outcome, right? What happens when a person gets caught cheating? What happens when a person finds out that, they're a side chick and it's all over social media? We enjoy the outcome, not that we accept it. We love being nasty. We love being watching nasty news. We love being watching or listening or reading the shade room. So why? What inspired? Why are we so nosy as a community?
Because it's entertainment. We stopped watching TV and we started watching Instagram. I'd like to see when you still drive them. Now, come on, how long have cars been around and you still see an accident and you be looking? I'd like to see it happen. Right. But one thing is you have to understand what's inside of you has to come out and what you view goes in. Here's the thing. Some people like to escape through social media because I like your drama better than my own. If I'm yours, it makes mine seem smaller. But when you go to bed at night, yours is still there.
Just living with your own drama, exactly.
And your pastor and his side chick and his wife, they fine, and they moved on. They with the marriage counseling. Your drama is still there, no matter how many times you comment on them cheating.
Yeah.
But we like the drama of everybody else's life because that makes us seem normal. It makes us okay. Everybody else got drama,
right?
Let me go talk about theirs instead of going to therapy for mine.
Exactly. No, you're right. We love like focusing on other people's problem and not our own. It's like a deflection, a distraction. I want to shift it a little bit and say, and I feel like this is a question I've asked you guys like in the past when we had a show together. But let's go down to the nitty gritty. Like why? Why is this happening? So Myra, why do men cheat from your own perspective? Why?
Ask me.
And I'll ask you. And then part 2 of this question is, why is it that some men would have side chicks, will have a whole wife, and then go get a side chick and not even tell them they're side chicks? So I can't even blame just women that do this because some of them don't even know that they're side chicks, right? So why do men do this? Why do they cheat and why do they have side chicks? Like what are they missing? What do they want?
So, I think this is the question that got Uche in trouble, I think.
No, it's a stay question. Would you stay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and answer freedom. You good. It was the other question.
Okay, so I don't you can't keep a man that doesn't want to be kept. Point blank, period. I can sit here and tell you that he cheats because you don't have sex with him enough. He's cheating because you don't pay attention to him enough. He's cheating because y'all have 2 kids and now your kids take all of your time. I can sit here and list 50,000 reasons why this man could potentially cheat. But if he wants to stay with you, all of those reasons don't matter. He's going to stay with you regardless. So men cheat because, quite honestly, they want to. That's all it is.
I agree with you, Myra.
Okay.
Go ahead. The answer is no reason.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no reason for cheating. Like, people do it just for lust, for, I wouldn't say satisfaction, because you would see somebody that has a wife that satisfies them, cooks for them, she's a career woman, she's everything they want in a woman. And they might go cheat with somebody that is even less than their wife. I don't want to say like there's nobody less than the other person, but what I'm trying to say is that you say you want all these least and you have it here. And you're going to meet somebody that doesn't have the least that you said you want. So there's absolutely no reason most times.
Yeah.
Because even if you're going through some challenges in your marriage, like that, those are challenges. You need to know where you are, where you stand before you actually decide, okay, you want to separate and then go somewhere else. There's absolutely no reason. But lust is number one. Yeah, just lust. They want to satisfy themselves, and it's just such short satisfaction. It's not something that would last.
Right.
Sometimes they do it and they
gratification.
Yeah. Sometimes they do it and they regret doing it, and they themselves can't even answer the question why they did it.
Yeah, and a lot of people, not just men, but people in general, I feel, as soon as things get a little bit hard, we have like a fight or flight plan. It's like we need to find an exit. And when you're married, exit isn't that easy. You have to go into like divorce and everything. So what's the next best thing? finding someone to be your outlet to where you can run from the problems that you're facing in your marriage or in your life and focus on them. And then, like Uche said, that leads to lust. You think you're in love with somebody else, but then at the end of the day, you're not. You're not, because they were just there to give you that instant gratification.
And to be honest, I feel like this is a perfect question for a man, right? We're not married. We don't really know their thoughts. We have ideas because we coexist in this world with them. And you know what? Let me just use this opportunity to say to people watching, if you're watching and I see some comments, rolling in, please comment, please add to this conversation. If you have a question, if you want to add value to the conversation, please write it down. I can see all your comments. And I'm gonna just read some, right? So Linda said, well, let's start with this one. Linda said, side chicks don't matter. Hey, all right. All women are journalists. Verify all your sources, right? And then Dawn said, empowerment. Barbara said, this is a great conversation. So if you guys have anything to add, please let's make this like a community.
Yeah, I love that empowerment thing. Like if you empower yourself, you would not need to do for the money. Yeah.
Oh, say that again, please. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I love the empowerment thing that she said. So if you empower yourself, you're not gonna need to be a side chick in order to make money or for some other reason like connection money or something. You can empower yourself and get all this stuff without having to be a side chick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Jen, go for it, Jen.
So because y'all just left me out. Maybe because I'm a little different.
No. We want to hear from you. I just have to give everyone a chance to speak, but I want to hear from you, girl.
I'm gonna drink my water.
I can't tell you why men cheat. Don't really care. Cheating is cheating. Sin is sin. It is what it is. I can't tell you, but did we ask the question why women cheat? They do.
Oh yeah, why? Yes, why do women cheat? Let's go there. Let's go there.
Yeah.
The energy in this room is insane right now.
But here's the question: it ain't always about money when people be cheating. People cheat with a broke dude. People cheat with non-football players. If you a cheater, you a cheater.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: what's in you gotta come out. I want people to understand it. That's why you gotta get your life right before you get married. I've been in therapy. That's why I'm saying all this because I wasn't right.
She's a brand new woman.
About 2 months ago, I was like, cheating.
Woman.
But you have to understand if you cheat on your mate or your mate cheat on you, that wasn't nothing new. It ain't a new sin. It wasn't in them until they met you. It's always been in them. So are y'all asking the right questions before you get married? Are you asking the right question before you get into a relationship? And I'm speaking from experience on keeping dudes in rotation so I don't get hurt. As soon as they're like, oh, you my girlfriend, I'm out the door. I got another one on the phone. Like, okay, until he say, like, we don't be together because it's hurt. It's pain. So I'm not committed. So are we really getting to the source? The cheating is the sin. But we get to the source why they cheated. Because it's a reason. It's the reason why you go out here and eat all that food. That's a sin too when you ain't hungry. It's a sin when you got here lying on folks. That's a sin too. But are we getting to the root of why they cheated? It's always a why. It's never just, oh, I'm just doing this. Why did I get killed today? Because I'm going to be on camera. That is always a why. But we don't ever ask that because we so mad about the cheating. We don't ever try to figure out why did he cheat.
So Jen, should we start asking why? You know, as a community, both men and women, should we start asking that why? Why are you cheating? Like, tell me, give me a reason.
Yeah, but I'm gonna still fight you, but I want to know why. You still
know why I'm gonna fight you.
Jennifer, sometimes, honestly, there's always a why for most people, but sometimes people don't have a reason to do it.
Uche, when you don't get a reason, that's deeply rooted. Because if you tell me you cheated just because you wanted to, no, because it's probably something in childhood you don't want to admit. And now you don't have a reason for the stupid stuff you do. It's always a why. Don't ever let nobody tell you it ain't a why. Why I get out of bed? Because God told me to. So I'm not going to accept.
That is coming for you. Don't put that over. Let me ask this. Uche, go ahead, sorry. I want to hear you.
So Jennifer, you know, like I've watched a lot of documentaries where mention, like for example, Jay-Z. I listened to him when he explained why he cheated on Beyonce, And he said he honestly didn't know why he did that.
He don't know why. He don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's a why, but he don't know it. See, gotta go to therapy, figure it out.
Okay. There's a why, but sometimes
Okay.
Because I didn't know why I spend money the way that I do. But I'm not gonna tell y'all. But I went to therapy and I figured it out. I didn't know why I had dudes in rotation. It's because of past hurts. I wouldn't have sex when I just had them in the phone and stuff. If my mama watching. But it's like I kept them in rotation because I didn't want to commit. Because I was scared of commitment. I was scared of being cheated on. I was scared of getting down the road and not liking this person. It's always a why. You just may not know that why. You can fall in love with a dude today, and 10 years later, you be like, ugh, I don't like him. Why? Because then you finally figured out who you are, and he's not the person you're supposed to be with. We don't ever talk about the why. We just talk about the sin and the surface. Why did August sleep with Jada? Why did Jada sleep with August? Why did
for people who don't know the why, right? For people who don't, and we have some comments coming in, and you guys, please. So you guys who are watching, today you're my co-host, right? So if you want to like respond to this question, like why do men cheat? Like what's the why? Do they know the why or do they not know the why? Like comment. I want to hear your thoughts, Jen. So would you say like a possible why for people who don't know why? A possible why is just because maybe they're just depressed, lonely, and that other person is listening to them. Because I hear often that men would cheat because their wives are like not listening. They just want to listen to them. They're not always very emotional and expressive, and so they will cheat because they want someone to listen to them. Maybe women too, maybe in that case, they want like that affection. So would you say that is a why that many people don't even know?
I can't tell you people why. I don't know they why.
Okay.
I can't tell you that. And there's a comment, and it's like, there's no reason why a man should cheat. There is no.
I'm going to read that comment. Yeah, that's from Akindele. Let me read that comment before you continue. So Akindele said, there is no reason why a man should cheat on a woman and vice versa. What we should be focusing on is working as a team and a relationship, communication, vision, strong spiritual foundation, and focus are the elements to a successful relationship. Okay, now we have to learn to commit to one another. Hold on, it's good. We have to learn to commit to one another and be mature enough to work through our problems as one. Akindele has spoken, you guys. Okay.
But here's the thing. There's always, I'm going to still stand on there is a why. Because you shouldn't have married that man before he went to therapy and figured out who he was in the first place. Let me tell you something about a coach, because he said a team. We should be a team. A coach makes their players practice. He make them lift weights. Before they get out there on that field, they are 100%. Why you laying down with a man that ain't never been to therapy, still got relationship issues? So then we want to blame that on, a man shouldn't cheat. But he had issues before he even met you. But now you married because you just want to rush into a relationship and you want to have your family like, oh, she married, oh, she got kids. But you never let that man heal before he met you. So how am I going to have a broken person in a relationship and I don't know what sins he got and what past hurts he got and what his family did before he even met me? I don't know if his daddy a cheater. Why? Because you don't get to know these people. That's the thing.
You know what? I want to read a comment, Jen, and you're girl. But I want to give Uche and Myra.
My ear is like, I'm going deaf in this ear.
Just saying.
I want to give, we have so many comments. I'll call her for like on it. We have so many comments. So Warren, hi Warren. Warren says, too many times people in relationship think that the grass is greener on the other side, only to find that it's artificial.
Speak the word, Warren.
Yes.
All right. So let's shift gears. I want to ask, and we're going to come back to this cheating because someone, you know what, let me just go to a question that's at the bottom. Doyi said, I'm sorry. Remember, everyone is not a Christian. Some Muslims marry more than one wife. So is that cheating? Ooh, Myra. Okay. What do you guys think?
That's the question.
Yeah. From YouTube. She's asking from YouTube. She's on YouTube.
Remember, everyone is not a Christian. Some Muslims marry more than one wife. So is that cheating? Maybe to us who aren't Muslim, it is cheating. To them, they're normal. So who knows? So I don't know. To me, I'm going to say yes. Because
it depends on your belief, right?
Yeah. So for my Christian beliefs, yes, that would be cheating. However, they have their own traditions. I don't know. I don't know. Jen?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, let Uche. I want to hear Uche and I'll come back to you.
So I just want to say that, you know, just like I've always been saying to Jen that some people have no reason to cheat, but Jen has made me see the reason why she said there's always a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But she said there's always a reason, but you might not know or understand why at that point in time. But over time, you know, you understand why you do that. So I agree with you, Jen. For this question,
We're like speech. I don't know.
I'm a Christian though. Like I'm a Christian, and I believe it's cheating. But I feel like it depends on your belief, because I would have loved to say whatever you say is cheating, but my father-in-law was a Muslim before he died, and being in the family and understanding their perspective, I would say that you're being judged by your belief. Because to them, it's not cheating, because he married more than one wife, and all the siblings, they're together, they love each other, they've been strung together. So I don't want to. Yeah.
You know, and I'm not gonna comment. I'm just gonna be the one to ask the questions, you guys, because I don't want to get in trouble.
But as a Christian, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's absolutely.
You know what? And everybody knows I'm a very, very strong Christian. I believe in one man, one woman, and point blank, case closed. All right. So Barbara says the person who cheats is the one with a problem. It could be a past hurt or met needs within a relationship, e.g., sex and whatnot. And this is true. This is very true. Now, I do want to ask you guys this question that Doyi posed, and I'm obligated to ask every question that comes out here, even though I would never ask this question. So Doyi said, what is your thoughts on an open marriage?
Negative. No.
Ain't nothing open here.
I want no parts of that. Let me tell I don't want those problems.
Okay, when you're done, Jennifer, I have something to say.
Okay, Jen, I want to hear you, Jen. Jen, now you can take the floor, girl.
Let me open. Ain't nothing open here, because once you sign your name on that line and we got that certificate, it's just me and you. Ain't no open. Ain't nobody else accepted. Applications is closed. Because why would you get married? And I'm gonna be out here creeping anyway. I might as well commit my sins single. And I'm not tied down to this man, this one. I don't care what you doing over there. But now I gotta go home after I've been with this man and deal with you. No, why can't I just go home by myself and I'll deal with all y'all dudes tomorrow? Like, I don't see the point in an open marriage. Because if you're not done tasting all the fruits of the world, why would you commit to anybody?
Right.
Because I can go out here and get all the fruits just freely.
That's why it's a commitment. Yeah.
And then you gotta pay for the wedding, you gotta pay for the marriage license, you gotta do all that, then you gotta go on this fake honeymoon, and then y'all finna be with other people. Y'all might want to go to a swinging club.
I think I'm just so shocked that this is happening on my platform, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm like, oh Lord, I did not bargain. But these are real life issues. What happens in the world? When you open up the door, anything can come in. So
because I got something to say.
I opened up the door to this conversation. I'm listening to that.
Sin is sin. I'm learning that. I used to be a heavy judger on people. I'm still working on me. I'll still be judging folks. As long as I don't die tomorrow, but I still be judging folks. But the thing is, my sin is no greater than yours. If that's what you want to do, that's you. Because I'm still working on me. I can't keep focusing on, they over here with this dude, they do that. No. Because if I go to bed at night and I go to sleep, I'm probably going to hell because I cuss. Let's talk about it. But your sin is no different from mine, so I'm not going to judge you. If that's what you think going to get you into heaven, that's cool with you too. I don't care. Do you, but don't bring it to my husband once I get one. Just saying.
I want to.
So Do You is on the roll. Do You is on the. She's my friend. I call her Do You. Doyi is on the roll with the questions, you guys. So she's asking another question. And after this, I'm going to shift gears a little bit back to the original topic. So she says, in the Bible, if you rape a woman, you're required to marry her. What if you're already married? Old Testament.
You better not rape that woman. Don't.
Wow.
You shouldn't even laugh, because rape is, a huge global issue right now, And I think, that's a whole different, but what I would say personally, I feel like right now we're not in the Old Testament. Jesus came, we entered the New Testament, and the Lord is coming again. So we're not even there right now. So we cannot even continue the ways of the Old Testament. That's what I would say.
So right now, if you rape a woman, you're not going to be outside. You're not going to be free to marry her because you're going to be in jail.
Right. That's what I was just going to say. Like the times are very different. If you rape someone, that's criminal.
Yeah.
Jen wants to say something.
Let me tell you something. Now, the married part, there's no ceremony for that. But anytime you lay down with another human being, you got soul ties. So therefore, you may not have married her after you raped her. However, you still got soul ties with whatever she was going through before she met you. And here's the thing about that. Now she is tied to you. You may not see it until 10 years down the line, and you be like, oh my God, I'm acting like this person that I violated. Let me say, because oh Lord, my mama may be watching. The first person that I lost my virginity to, well, you can only lose one time. The first person I lost my virginity to, I started to see in myself how he acted. But I never really realized, stop laughing at me, I never really realized why it was. And so I started digging deeper. It's soul ties. Since I laid down with him outside of marriage, now I am tied to him. There's a long process. It's a whole nother Bible verse and stuff, how to get untied. That's not, we ain't got the time today. But I am tied to him because I did this out of the covenant of the way God saw marriage and saw sex. We never talk about that because you be out here cheating and you be out here laying down with all these folks, and then you wonder why you're going through stuff in your life and you going through all these mind battles and stuff. Right? Well, ask me, you done laid down with what they've been battling all their life. Guarantee you a finance. Just saying. I'm done.
Right. No, that's a good point. I think from a very religious perspective, a lot of people don't realize soul ties, that's a thing. And when you lay with someone, you're putting a lot of spirits and a lot of things on you. And people, I think, because we're spiritual people, we're strong Christians, we can understand that spiritual side of things, but most people don't really understand that. But I wanna go to you, Uche. Would you agree with Jen, what she's saying? Like, do you have any comments to add to that before we shift to the different question?
Yeah, I totally agree with what Jen said. Like, a lot of people think it's just, having sex with the person is that easy and just go, like one night stand. No, there's so many things. There are so many things involved with that. Just like you said, the soul tie, it's deep. Yeah. So we just have to be careful who we lay down with and what we do. We have to be really careful. So coming back to that open relationship thing, I want to touch on that one.
No, please go for it.
I want to use this opportunity because the last time I came on your show, I got in trouble because you said
you did.
If your man cheated on you, are you gonna stay? You
did get in trouble for that.
Are you gonna stay? Right? I said I'm not leaving my sugar for anybody. However, though, there has to be consequences for everything. Like, you stay, but you regret ever doing it. So, no open relationship. We're not doing that. I don't believe in that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Myra, any comments before we shift to a different question?
Well, I wanted to kind of touch on what Warren said, if you can pull it up, about the grass being greener on the other side.
Warren, okay.
Yeah. So too many times people in relationships think that the grass is greener on the other side, only to find that it's artificial turf. I think that's a perfect example, and it can apply to relationships, but I think it applies in all aspects of life. Mm-hmm. It goes back to what I said, that a lot of us have this fighting response to when things get a little bit hard, and it looks like it's easier, so we go pursue whatever is easier at that time. Mm-hmm. But everything that glitters ain't gold, and it's taken me from experience, not like in my relationship or anything, but just in general in my life, that I was one of those people that just wanted to not deal with the root problem, like Jen said, to deal with the whys. I wanted to just forget about it and move on to the next thing. But once I got to the next thing, I realized that what I had prior was worth so much more. So I needed to take time to fix what I had to make it better to where it would make me happier. So,
wow. No, thank you for sharing that. So we've spent a lot of time dissecting this whole cheating. Let's go back to side chicks, right? So, it feels like what I heard from all of you in the beginning is that it's not that we're glorifying it. So there's just different opinion. All of you have different opinion, but I think you all agree that it's not that it's glorified. Maybe Uche said it's accepted. Myra said not necessarily. Jen said it's the drama. So my thing is for the people who become side chicks, right, knowingly, what's the motivation behind it, right? Because I think Myra said media, in a way. But what would you guys say is the motivation? Is it that we don't have a lot of eligible Black men? Is it that the media is perpetuating this? I'm going back to media again. Like, what's the motivation behind this?
Behind being a side chick?
Yes.
Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Why have like a lot of with the way people? I'm not gonna say the way people are being raised now, but the way that society is evolving. We no longer have a lot of women who are the stay-at-home moms with the kids, no careers. All they do is take care of their households, wash, clean, do laundry, like all of that. And today, in 2020, we have a lot of business women and a lot of successful business women. And that leads to independence. And once you get a little bit of that independence, it's like, why would I tie down to one person when I can have two people? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to commit to them, then, you have the option of being a side chick. And if I'm okay with that, not that I am, but let's clarify. Right. But if I could be the side chick and not have to fully commit to a man while still doing my own thing and being able to focus on myself and my career and all my goals, then why wouldn't I do that? Because as a wife, like you have to tend to other people in a sense. You're no longer your own person. You are tied to somebody else and you have to meet their needs just like they have to meet yours. And if kids are involved, that's a whole other, it's just, it gets to be a lot. So it goes back to the easy way out. Why not have the feelings of being committed to someone without the commitment, if that makes sense.
But doesn't that seem like a burden though? I feel like Uche wants to comment.
I wouldn't agree with that, Myra. It's a good point, but I'm not going to agree with that because as a career woman, business woman, dealing with more than one person, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to even deal with one person, like one person alone. Talking about two people, because you have to give them attention. You have to give them. It's just a lot. So I don't think so. I think that it's just like Jennifer going back to the why. It just has to be inside of you.
But as a side chick, you don't give them the same attention that a wife would give them.
But then why? Are you talking about?
I'm talking about the side chick.
You have one.
Yeah. No.
Okay, yeah.
You feel like you want to say something. It's a brewing over here.
And Jen will say, but I do want to say this to you guys, for people who don't know. So all of these ladies are in one room, in one space, like sitting down in a line with different computers. That's why sometimes we hear the overlap, and it's like, Myra said earlier, my ears are hurting. Jen is like so loud. I'm the only one in a separate location, you guys, but this is awesome. I'm loving this. Jen, I want to hear your comment, and I want to move to a different question.
I really like this. All I can say is I don't look at the surface anymore. I don't look at surface, why you do what you do on the surface, why she cheat, why he lie, why they drive like this, why they eat like that, why they cook. I don't look at the surface anymore. I gotta dig deeper. Like, why do you do these things? Like, what spirits are in you that you don't even know is in you? Like, I can't tell you, like, why she a side chick. Maybe her grandma was a side chick. Maybe her daddy had side chicks. I don't know. Maybe she got commitment issues. Maybe she opened up a spirit of lust. Maybe I don't know what she got going on. I've never been a side chick. I don't think I have, unless I didn't know.
Right. But right, and I hear you, and I hear you going deeper, right? Like one level deeper, like spiritual level. But I feel like maybe we're a little one-sided in this whole conversation, talking about side chicks. What about men? Can men also be side chicks? What would we call them? What would we call them? Side men? Side guys? What would we call them?
Side pieces.
Side pieces.
And then
I've heard a woman say that it's easier to be a side chick with a married man because all those young boys don't know how to take care of their women. But because he's married, he knows how to take care of her and he knows how to
Not
satisfy
well
her.
enough if he's cheating.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Then that's why she's comfortable being a side chick. So maybe that is another reason, why she's comfortable doing that. Because she says she has like young boys and
I wish
she
we
gets
could find.
heartbreak and all that stuff. But being a side chick, he
Yeah.
takes it.
I wish we could have found a woman comfortable enough to say yes, I'm a side chick, and interviewed her.
Exactly. No, you know what? That's an idea for my next show. Hello.
Whoa,
You know what? Let me do a call out. If you are a side chick and you're comfortable with coming on Nia Black's Conversation with Nia to talk about why you are a side chick, please reach out to me, okay? Thank you. All right, moving on. So Jen, what would you? That's a good point. Well, Jen, so what would you were saying? What would you call a guy who's a side chick? I mean, he's not a chick. So what would you say? You said a side.
He's a side piece
Side
Oh
piece.
my God.
with a
That
biscuit.
sounds weird.
I'm just saying. But no, it's possible. Y'all act like y'all don't remember the song. I'm gonna take y'all back. Y'all go listen to it. Y'all probably on YouTube right now. Pleasure P, #2. Don't act like you don't remember that song.
I don't know that song actually. I don't know the song.
What?
I don't. You know what? I was gonna say.
16. He wants to be boyfriend #2.
Oh my God. You know, there's a reason why I don't listen to that stuff, Jen. There's a reason why. We got to keep our head clean, our mind clean, our thoughts
That's
clean.
why I'm going through what I'm going through right now because I was listening to that song.
But now I know not to listen to it, right? I thought it was like, no, I'm not.
Read the lyrics and just figure that, like, put it together so you don't ever fall into the trap.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, dudes, like, okay, we talk about men cheating all the time. Women are better at hiding their secrets.
Woo,
They're hiding a lot of stuff. You have wives that ain't happy in their marriage. They go to the grocery store to see the little grocery man, but they got $1 million husband at the house. Why? Because they not happy. You got people all over the place just to going to see this person, that person, and they may never act on those feelings, but women hide it better than men. We probably cheat. Okay, I'm not saying I'm a cheater, but they probably cheat, other women, not me, cheat more than men. We just hide it better. And that's why we the best at what we do. We not in the media talking about Jada messed up the game. You can get all this in check, but now he out here telling all your business. You should have had him in check, or you should have left him alone because he was too immature for you to cheat with. You should have picked somebody else, and you shouldn't have cheated at all. Now all this all emotional. You done got with this boy, and he going through all his trauma. Now he done went to therapy. He putting y'all business out there because he trying to get off his hole. Pick somebody that you know gonna stay in their trouble until the end of time. So
okay, Jen.
be out here. I'm just saying, if you gonna cheat, pick smart. Call me and we can do an application process. Because if you gotta, let me tell you something. My grandma used to say, if a man talk more than you, he'll tell all your secrets. There you go. Stop picking these dudes that like to talk more than you. Give me a dude that like to text. You talking too much, that means that you're gonna be telling my business all in the streets. More than I talk to my homegirl, because your business gonna be told to them. I'm just saying.
You know, maybe, Jen, and this is a good, but maybe my opinion is the unpopular opinion, but like, I feel like a young person in their early 20s, in their teens, like, why even worried about picking a dude right now? Like, you have a whole life ahead of you, you know? Like, why don't you focus on growing? You're still like in a infancy state. You're a baby still. You have a lot of growth and growing to do. So why not focus on growing and just being the best you can be? And when it's got time, he will send you that person, or you will find that if you decide to marry. So I don't know, maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel. I do want to, yeah.
Because me and you on the same page. You know, me and you like the career. We want to get ourselves together before we move.
I'm the yin to your yang for this type of stuff, and you're the yin to my yang.
And we know. But here's the thing. You got family while you're not married. You go to the family reunion. Your cousin's booed up. You not booed up. Now you was at the house feeling good about yourself. You got your car, you got your house, your business popping. But you get to that family reunion, and your auntie like, well, when you gonna have a man? Or when you gonna have a woman? Or when you gonna have kids? You know you getting old, girl. So there are things. Now you have those things in your. You say like you can't hear that song because of that stuff in your ear. While you listen to your old auntie that was married about 5 times and she still had 5 baby daddies and she still ain't married at 68, don't listen to it. Because here's the thing, now you got those in your ear, you just go pick anybody. because I need somebody to bring. Now I'm tied to you. Now I'm married to you because my family or society told me I'm getting old. Why can't I be like Janet Jackson? I'm going to have a baby at 50. Holla, because I'm going to live my best life. Lord, please don't let me have a baby.
Jan, have you No, you're fine. You're fine. No, but no, that's a good part. No, you're fine, Jan. You know what? And you're speaking your truth, and I feel like a lot of people can either like relate to it or disagree, and I like that. I like what you're saying. But we're gonna slowly close because we're down for in 50 minutes right now, and literally we have 10 more minutes to close. I'm gonna put out a question by Do Your Fashion. She said, hold on. She said, "I love you, ladies. I'm here to enjoy the conversation." And then this is a good question. She said, "How do you advise a sister who's a side chick, or a friend with a sugar daddy?"
That's a whole.
Okay, bring us back. That sugar daddy thing, bring us back.
Please do.
But here,
the sugar daddy.
First friend.
No, you got it.
Okay. Go back to her first part of the question. The sister.
Okay, so the first part is
it's so simple. I'm gonna make it very simple. It's so simple. You know what I'm gonna say. Go to therapy.
I will say, okay, I'm gonna say this Jen right here is a brand new Jen ever since she started going to therapy, and it's something that has motivated me to want to seek out help because it's. You really we can talk about side chicks and sugar daddies and all day long. And at the end of the day, you really have to just come within yourself and figure out who you are, why you are the way that you are. And if you want to not change who you are necessarily, but want to become a better version of who you are. And that is what going to therapy has done for Jen. And it's beautiful to see. So if you guys are ever wanting to go into therapy, definitely pursue it. Because it really just seeing the change in somebody it's beautiful.
Yeah, and then I would say that first of all, try to listen to the sister. Listen and find out why she's doing that. Tell her to just pour out herself to you. She can trust you because you want to help. You want to let her go into her world. Tell her to let you in. And, just make sure that she trusts you and do what you have to do for her to trust you. Make sure that you don't go exposing a secret and all that stuff. But listen and find out why exactly are you doing this. That should be the start. Why are you doing this? When you find out why she's doing this, then start with the root cause. Do you know that you don't have to do this and this should not be a problem? This is a solution to this. When you help her solve the root cause, then she's gonna stop being a side chick of the sugar daddy. So just go into her world, listen, find out what she's doing, and then you go from there.
And I guess I'm gonna say with Uche for the listening part, the devil's greatest weapon is shame. And I'm speaking from experience.
Okay.
I didn't say a lot of things that was going on internally because I was shameful. But you gotta confess. I don't know if everybody on here Christian, whatever you believe in, it's shame. I don't know who you believe in, but it's shame. The greatest weapon to keep you bound with what you're going through is because you're ashamed. You have to confess it before you can get over it. And I don't mean confess it in your room late at night, oh my God, I'm like this. No, confess it to a friend. These two right here, they know all my secrets. Lord, I hope we don't fall out because they know all my business. But once I confessed it, I felt free. Once I confessed it to them, once I confess it to my therapist, I confess it to them. They hold me accountable now because they know. Don't let people, and then you can't judge people. Go to your sister, talk to her, but don't be judgmental. Listen, because once you start to become judgmental, people close up.
Yeah.
I can't talk to you. I done told Uche and Myra things, they never judged me. They let me sit there and talk. They probably don't believe in a lot of stuff that I say, but they probably in their head, I wish you would just be quiet and go to church. But I told them and they listened, but I never felt judged. When people feel judged, that drives them deeper. And that instant satisfaction or that instant gratification, whatever the sin may be, drinking, sex. I don't know what you're seeing as being a side chick. I don't know. But do not judge people. That's why I can't say what these people go through when they're cheating. Tell me what you're going through so I can help you. I'm not going to judge you. Now you catch me 2 months ago, I'm gonna judge you. I'm right for you, but I'm gonna judge you. Now I'm not judging.
Right. And I think you guys all make a very, very valid and excellent point. And I think for me, when I think about a person who's, doing that, maybe cheating or being a side chick knowingly, I think for me, I just feel like that could not possibly feel okay. You know what I mean? I feel like some part of your heart will feel either guilty or unsettled or unhappy. I don't feel like you will sit down and just be like, yes, I'm a side chick and this is a beautiful moment. There's going to be times of depression. And like, I think it was Myra who said, like, every action has a consequence. And sometimes the consequence is spiritual. Sometimes the consequence is even physical. Maybe you can get bit up by the wife and her friends or whatever. Like, but I feel like for the spiritual consequences, like your body, your soul, your spirit is never settled because that's not God's will for you. So that's what I would say, and I'll leave it at that. Ladies, we are doing so well. You guys are amazing. Do you have any final comments before I close this out? Because this has been great. This has been a great conversation. Any final comments before I close it out?
We should come back and talk about the sugar daddy.
Gotta talk about that. That's the next one. Let's talk about.
I just want to say that we should always evaluate ourselves, because sometimes what you said, Mia, you said that sometimes some part of them would always tell them this is wrong, right? Mm-hmm. But people train themselves to the extent that they become okay.
They become numb. They become numb. Yes.
They become numb. Thank you. Yes, numb to what they're doing. We should always take it as a duty to always evaluate ourselves. Look deep inside and say, like, what am I doing? What did I do today? Is this right or wrong? If we always evaluate ourselves, if we're responsible for always evaluate, what she said too, like, have a friend that will make you accountable. Talk to them, confess to them, somebody that you can trust. If we always do that, we'll be able to see that there's some things we're doing that is not right, and we'll gently figure out a way out of it.
Yeah, I want to close out and say this. I feel like this topic is very layered. We cannot dissect all of this in like literally 1 hour. Are we glorifying side chicks? Are we accepting side chicks? It depends on the person's opinion. It depends on how exposed you are to social media. It depends on your life and your viewpoint. So this topic is layered. It's going to be so hard to dissect, but I believe 100% that you guys have done a great job of helping people understand from your perspective and what's right. And I think that all of us can agree that it's not right. We can flat out say it, like, confidently, no matter who you are or what you do, it's not right to cheat. It's not right to be a side chick or a side piece, whatever it is. So what matters is how you fix yourself. And like what you said, empower yourself, fix yourself, find a way to do better things and be a better person. So I want to say again, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, Diverse Boss. Thank you, Myra. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Uche. This has been a very good quality conversation. You guys, if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. Again, if you would like to be a guest, if you would like to do like some sponsorship or ads, like send an email out to niablackstudios@gmail.com. I am always happy to engage you guys. If you have any ideas of topics that you would like me to talk about and dissect, or examples of guests, send me an email at niablackstudios@gmail.com. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, ladies. I love you guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. So, ladies, I'm gonna close this out, but remain here. I'm gonna end the live, but you guys just remain here. Don't go, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Bye, guys.